Why, hello there, my tens of subscribers. If at first you don't succeed, try, try, try again until you get something that works. This is the wood shroud that I'm pretty much almost to production with. It works really well actually. That and barrel band update. But I think I'm gonna go with the insert. I obviously you can see that I've tried to mill out these angles. I don't even want to get started on these two. Obviously this one's a little bit better, but miscuts and program errors and offsets just were not working. This one I almost got done. Well, it was almost this one, but I was having offset errors. Not that any of that's really relevant, but and barrel band fitment issues. It was too loose, too loose. So I had to run another one. Now this one's a little too tight. It goes on, but there's too much of a gap, so I have to figure out sanding and or milling finishes to get that to where I'm satisfied with it. But all in all, it looks and it works pretty good. So let's see here. Ugh. I know I said I was going to do an update on another one of my videos the other day this weekend. So I am a man of my word. Well, I try to be at least. But yeah, it's CNC all the way around except for, well, technically that's still CNC. It's just additive manufacturing. 3D printed insert. I know a couple people on the YouTube videos had said, just do a 3D insert. And I was like, I really didn't want to. I wanted it all to be wood, but it ended up being the most practical thing to do. It was just those angles on the machine that I have just are not very good. I mean, you could see I tried CNCing them out, but it just didn't work. So with all the little nooks and crannies, this just turned out to be better. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. This is almost going to be production. I've ordered some 2x2 maple turning, I guess. I don't know, it's just 2x2 stock to mill this from. All of these are made from scrap wood. So you can see I glued them to 1-inch boards together and then ripped them down. It would probably work, but I don't know, I'm just not a fan of adhesives. I would fear that it would split, and I wouldn't want to have that happen to somebody. Not just because I'd have to warranty it, but because you shouldn't have to have that issue to begin with. You just shouldn't have to have that. So I'm just going to do solid pieces. But for test runs, the two glued together worked just fine. It was scrap anyway. Barrel band update. I've had people say that they can't see their front sight. I had somebody notch out their front sight, and I was trying to work on that issue. I mean, it never really crossed my mind that would be an issue. You couldn't see your front sight because most people put optics on it, and I tried doing a notch out. I tried doing a notch out, and you still couldn't see the front sight, and that's a lot of material. That's like 3 millimeters. So I was like, I'll just put a sight on there, because it's like the farther back you bring that barrel band, the better your front sight picture is with a notch in there. So if you moved it all the way to the rear of the barrel, you can completely see your front sight, but halfway you couldn't see your front sight no matter what. So I decided to put a front sight on there. That might be a little bit too big. I think it's going to be forcing you to aim downward, but I might knock that off a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to see how well it works. Worst case scenario, it's all solid, so you can sand it down. best case scenario, it works just fine, and that's what we roll with. But I still have to figure out this fitment issue because it's way too tight. It's way too tight, and I don't know if I should remake the barrel band, or I probably am just gonna figure out how to get a better finish on this. I mean, you can always sand it down, but you don't want to sand it too much because you want a little bit of a tight fit. It just holds that barrel in. But yeah, there you go. That's what's end up going to be for sale here soon, hopefully. I probably won't see that material until next weekend, so still looking at a couple weeks the earliest. And I got to cut down on some machine time. It's the other ones were taking about an hour to run because I was doing 4-side machining, so I was machining. Well, let's not count that. Let's count this one. I was machining the top, and I was flipping it, machining the side, machining the bottom, machining this. It was taking about an hour. And that wasn't even finishing. That was just roughing. On here, I've gotten down about 40 minutes just doing a top and a bottom. And that top, a rough mill, and then a finishing pass, and then a rough mill, and a roughing pass, and a finishing pass. So, once I get my program issues worked out, I think it'll be okay. I might have to see how fast I can run it. I'm trying to get it down to under about 25 minutes. You know, under 30, definitely, or 25, 20 minutes. Because to run the stocks, it takes about 18 minutes per side. And then I have to hand route the edges. So to make each stock, it takes about 45 minutes. Just without, like, obviously they're unfinished, so it's not like they're staining or anything. But to get the dowels lined up for the handle, and then getting the holes drilled out, the corners routed, or the edges routed, and making sure everything lines up, it's about 45 minutes of stock. So, including, obviously, the CNC. So, this is the update. Sorry for all the moving around and whatnot, but that's what we got going on right now. And you can see I tried sanding it down, but you still have some of those milling marks. So it could definitely use more sanding. But the barrel's nice and tight, and everything seems to line up rather well. I haven't tested an ejection rod in it yet, but this is just, I cut this part out of the 3D print file, the STL, so it's not like it changed at all. I did add these screw holes though, but you can see they don't interfere. So that's about it. That's the update. Thanks for checking it out. I know at least 3 people will check it out. So not that that's what I'm aiming for, but that's about it. Thank you so much.